Hi, everybody. It is me, the legendary, iconic, founding mother, Gillette Nina Orici. Yes, yes, yes. I'm here. I'm just going to talk to everybody about my ball that is coming up. I want to thank everyone. So far, I know I have been blowing everybody's inboxes up, tearing y'all timelines up. Y'all probably been seeing me out with cowboy hats or just seeing me self promote myself. But I want to thank you all for just going on this journey with me of just having my very first mainstream ball. So I'm gonna break everything down to you all. The ball is gonna happen in Newark, New Jersey. So I'm just gonna allow like probably a few more people to come in and then just gonna have a good time tonight. And I got my little cowboy hat on for y'all too. All right, let me get everything pulled up for you all. Before I even get started, I want to give big shout outs to all the houses that trusted me and just like rode with me throughout this whole journey. I want to thank the House of Babylon. I want to thank the House of Demir Versailles. I want to thank the House of Balenciaga. I want to thank the House of Gorgeous Gucci. The House of Khan. They dropped the Royale, y'all. So the House of Khan. The new house, the house Martine Rose. Shout out to the icon Javier ex Ninja, and also shout out to Naga ex Delcor on your new house. If I forgot, and also ex Danny ex Ebony. Congratulations on your new house, and also thank you so much for purchasing a table. The next, y'all probably gonna hear my dog in the back. She be wanting to be in the mix. Um, The next house was the House of West, the House of Lavin, the House of Daniel Luna, Garcon, Tishi, and yeah, if I forgot anybody, I do apologize, but also thank you all so much. All tables are sold out. That is such a blessing. Thank you so much. During this economy, it's hard to be selling house tables, honey. And yeah, but anyway, thank you. So we're gonna get right into it. I already have my list of things that I'm going to go through, make this quick and simple for you all. So the ball location is now, it's in Newark, New Jersey, but the address is 37 Fulton Street, Newark, New Jersey. The address is 37 Fulton Street, Newark, New Jersey. It's a free open parking lot at the venue. So please make sure you get there on time. You will be able to park. So just please get there on time because I will be starting on time. I know a lot of people say they're going to start on time, but I'm a person that like to start on time and I like balls to start on time. So I'm going to start on time. The next thing is the cost of the ball. It's $40 all night, ins and outs, straight like that. I don't like the balls where I'm having to pay like, extra money just to go outside because it's probably too hot, or I want to, smoke a cigarette or my blunt. Girl, I'm just going outside. So it's $40 all night. Cash only. There's a couple ATMs and a couple just random banks that's right near the area. You can go there and get you some cash and come in. It's $40 all night, cash only, and also I do have a cash bar as well. If you attended the legendary Sean Collins Ball, Death by Destruction, this past weekend, it's the same drink special. So it's $12 regular cocktails and it's four for $36 dollar cocktails with the wristband. So I mean, you can't beat that. So it's also cash as well. So just a couple information for you. Please put that in your Rolodex and you know, remember that it's cash only. We ain't doing no cash out. Cash only. Also please arrive on time. There will be security. I do have some good security. I know the police scare the people, but I do have law enforcement that will be security. But they are the New Jersey LGBT Task Force, so they're already knowledge with the community. They already LGBT sensitive, so they know how to speak to everyone. They know how to address any situation. So please make sure that you all come with the proper attitudes and the proper ways to conduct yourselves. House leaders, please make sure you conduct your children in the ways that they should act at a ball. No fighting, anything like that, because the security will escort them out, and it's not going to be a pretty sight. So please, I do have security. Please make sure that you are on time, and please make sure that you respect the venue. I go to plenty of balls. Um, I may get a little, a little rowdy, but I'm never in the instance of trying to disrespect or disrupt anyone's ball. So I please ask that everyone have the same respect for me. I've been doing this for over 19 years and never have Gillette ever destroyed anyone's function. So I will just like that everyone just also give me the same respect. Okay? This is my first ball. So please don't act up, y'all. And if you want to do all that, there's Military Park right up the street. You just tell that girl just meet you up there at Military Park, and y'all do what y'all do. But you please don't do that there. Okay. I already went over the drink specials. The order categories will be released November the 1st. That allows everyone at least 15 days to get your priorities together or get however you want to strategize what you got to do. But the order categories will be released November the 1st. So we're gonna go into the categories, but I'm gonna start in with the Vogue nights first. So I'm not originally from New Jersey, no, I'm originally from New York. I am a North Carolina bred runway diva, one of the greatest states that ever birthed runway girls. So I lived in New York and I lived in New Jersey for quite some time. With my time of living in New Jersey, it gave me a bigger insight that there's a lot of talented people in New Jersey, and they're not getting highlighted in the space and then in the time and the moment that they need. So I felt the call to action, and therefore I did what I could when I was working there, and was able to provide some kind of funding or some kind of a source for some kind of balls or something to be happening in New Jersey, because New Jersey holds a lot of history and it holds a lot of talent. So that is another reason why I chose to have my ball in Newark, New Jersey. Like I said, I was there for quite some time. I have great relationships with people and great resources there. So I know it's going to be a phenomenal night. So, with that being said, we will be having a Vogue night the night before, which is Friday, which is November 14th. Doors will be opening at 9 p.m. All the categories will be cash categories. All I ask is you just pay $15 all night. The same thing, ins and out, $15 all night. I do have sections available. I think I have 5 sections available that are at 150. Those come with snacks and refreshments. And it also just sections you off while your house off while you're in the venue. You can use it as a meet and greet. There's a hookah bar there, so there's a lady there that's selling hookah. There's a patio where you can go outside and smoke your hookah, or you can smoke hookah throughout the venue. Just come and have a great time. But it's a Vogue night. With the Vogue nights, it's jeans and a t-shirt, simple. But the twist is you could pick your poison. So you can either represent your Kiki house and write your Kiki house on the back of your shirt, or you can write your main scene house on the back of your shirt. Um, with that going on, please just come with love and peace. House members and house leaders, they not trying to leave your house. They not trying to do nothing. It's just a moment just to have fun and also maybe highlight the New Jersey Kiki scene and anyone that's also in the Kiki scene that has not stepped into the main scene yet. Just a moment to have fun off of just what I produce and give. I love the Kiki scene and I love the main scene and I love the youth. So the children are our future, so I want to at least have them a space to also have fun that may not be able to come to the main ball. So with that being said, please make sure y'all are there at the Vogue nights. If you're not, just make sure you're there at the main scene ball, which I'm about to give up next. Okay, let's go into details. And is there any questions? Please feel free to ask. Let me turn the little thing on so I can see if anybody have any questions. And let's get right to it. Pulling it up. All right. So, Designs of the Decades Ball. Doors will be opening at 3 p.m. All my judges must be checked in by 4. If you a judge, I already reached out to you and gave you your pretty much your details and your call time. You must be checked in by 4. Any judge that check in after 4 p.m., you will be paying regular admission to get in. Okay? The doors open at 3 p.m. Respect the time and be there at 3 p.m. The first category tonight will be called at 4:15. I want everyone to be able to showcase their talent, have a good time, get their monies, get their trophies, and be able to give out my 5K to the house. And it's very deserving with no disruptions and none of that extraness. So if you get there on time, you can get your money on time. So I say again, the doors open at 3 p.m. LSS is going to be at 4 p.m. Ball is going to start roughly 4:15 to 4:30 just in case if LSS wake it up. But I'm not having a long LSS. I'm really not doing that. Um, so yes, and the address to that venue is at 37 Fulton Street, Newark, New Jersey. $40, cash only, all night, ins and outs. All right. I want to give a shout out to my DJ of the night will be the one and only DJ Belinda. Some of you in the main scene have used her. I've seen Belinda at the in Virginia at Blacktopia. I saw Belinda Hill at DC Black Pride. It's like so Belinda's been doing her ones and twos. She's very knowledgeable with the music selection. She knows how to at least keep up, so it won't be a no problem with the music or nobody complaining about the DJ. So shout out to my DJ of the night, DJ Belinda. My commentators for the night is the one and only, the show stopping, the one that holds it down and get your ball finished and done. The one and only, the legendary Snooky West. And then I also make sure I dig down into Newark, New Jersey, one of Newark, New Jersey's very own, the legendary Greg Lavin. And then I'm a mother. I'm gonna always put my kids on. So we're also gonna be introducing Jules Orichi. He'll be commentating with them as well. I know there's a lot of commentators that wanted me to, like commentate my ball. I'm sorry. I will be having other balls in the future and definitely will make sure that you get your moment to shine. But I wanted to make sure that I highlighted certain individuals that, for one, for Greg, Greg is from Newark, New Jersey. People love Greg, and Greg is excellent on the mic. And also Snooky. Snooky is one of the ones that is on the top of the list that is definitely going to make sure that the ball finish and you're going to have a great time. And we're going to also get that from my son Jules as well. If you have not been watching any of his commentator ciphers, you might want to tune in. The little thing know what he doing. Okay, so those going to be your commentators for the night, and those are your DJs. So this ball is house with the most trophies. This ball is the house with the most trophies, not points. The house with the most trophies. So that means whichever house has the most trophies at the end of the night will win the $5,000. I will have scorekeepers there that will be making sure they keep the score, and we will be updating everyone with the scores throughout the night. Everyone is welcome to keep their own scores and to make sure that you cross and balance. But I do have a certain amount of scorekeepers that will make sure that it'll be equal playing grounds throughout the entire night. Okay, I'm going to say this: the ball is no house affiliation. One trophy, one winner. Okay. So I know there's times where there may be two individuals that's in the house together and you're at the end. I've always been taught, baby girl, may the best one win. And if we get to the back and we split it, that's how we do. But we have to make sure the show go on. We're not gonna cause no chaos. So all this. Just battle it out, y'all brothers and sisters. Y'all do it at practice anyway. So it is no house affiliation. One winner, one trophy for that winner. Okay. Let's get into the categories. So what I did was I'm not going to like really go that far in depth into like the category description. I'm going to pretty much tell you what I want for the night. But if you're paying attention to the screen, you will definitely see the category description going by. I will highlight some of the things in the category, but I did get kind of wordy. It's my first ball, y'all. I got kind of wordy with the category description, so bad. All right. So the first category tonight that has been sponsored by the legendary Tiga Orichi for $250. It is for one trophy. It is commentator versus commentator. In the North, commentator versus commentator has been a big thing. The girls has been like, rat tat tat tacking and just been given all kind of good chances, been given the girls the motion and oceans to start doing what they do. So let's give them a little moment and get them some change too. Okay. So it's for $250. You're pretty much taking a trip down the memory lane to the 1920s. The jazz singer Louis Armstrong. He recorded the song "The Heebie Jeebies," which is one of the most prominent songs when it came to scatting. So tonight, I want you all to take a trip back to the 1920s, and I want you to come in a look that's representing that time as a jazz singer. But I also want you in your commentations to be scatting. I don't want to hear 1 2 3 shawam, or I don't want to hear little cat cat kaboom. I want to hear bop bop boppity boo boop boopity, all that scatting. Research what scatting is. It is the first kind of form of chanting, and also the first kind of form of like our jazz of singing. So scatting is what you're gonna do to get your tens. Okay, so the bip bip boppity boobs and all that. Research it, 1920s, and your look must be in a jazz attire as well. Okay. The next category of the night is Virgin Performance. We're going to be auditioning for Alvin Ailey. So it's just simple. The color doesn't matter. If you put in stones or whatever on it, long as it's a leotard and it's a tutu and you're ready to come audition, like Aunt Viv, Fresh Prince, whatever, simplistic for Virgin Performance. Okay. Okay. And she's going across the screen. She's going across the screen. The next category tonight is Virgin Runway. So season 6 of America's Next Top Model is like one of my favorite seasons because it had like a lot of and great models on that season, but it was also just this one model. Her name, it was a black girl. Her name was Danny Evans. Danny struggled a lot through that fucking season. Everybody from Tyra critiquing her on by her accent, her teeth. She got sick really bad on the show, and every freaking time it was time to do a shoot, you never knew that something was going on with her, and she ended up winning. So tonight, I want you all to represent her. One of her most famous, iconic photo shoots is the Falling Apple. Is when they had to represent Disney characters for one of the episodes. And Danielle was Snow White, and she bit the apple and she was falling, and the photo was just like phenomenal. So pretty much come in your Snow White look, but I want you to take it to an edgy approach, okay? I do not want you changing the color of Snow White. I still want my yellow, white, red, and blue. You can mix up the colors, however, but take it edgy. Like add yourself a mohawk, spikes. Like you're an edgy Snow White, but don't forget your apple. Okay. I hope I broke that down good enough. If not, you can go on YouTube and look up Danny Evans, America's Next Top Model season 6. You will see the whole episode. It was very something great to watch. All right, now we're moving to New Face. New Face, you're able to pick any era from the 1920s to the 1970s. Do your research and embody that era and turn it out. So if you're picking the 1920s, I want to see pin-up hair, um, probably flapper dresses. You're to come in that. If you're coming in I'm just anytime in that era, but I'm just highlighting the name too I put. If you're coming in the 1970s, your afros, whatever, but just make sure you highlight whatever era. It could be 1950s, 1940s, 1930s, any era in that time frame. You're able to pick it, embody the era, and turn it out. Okay. If you don't understand what embody means, reach out to your leaders. That means evoke, be that person. Okay. All right. New best dress is for $250. Another sponsored category from the legendary Tiga Nina Orichi. Is pretty much pop art. So you're going to pretty much highlight the 1960s and the 1970s, but I want you to take it to a bold approach, get bold colors, bold shapes. I remember when the legendary iconic mother, Erica Lavin, she had walked best dressed, and it gave pop art where she had like pow and like wording on her looks. This is the moment in time where you can get very creative and be loud with your looks for open to all new best dress for $250. Just loud, over the top, but pop art. Make the judges gag when they see your look. Okay? I don't see no questions. I think this is self-explanatory. I think this ball been self-explanatory the whole time. Open to all performance, no legends. All right, I had a couple questions about this. And so when I wrote this, I was thinking Gillette, old time me. If you're gonna do it. And if the cash category is high, then do it right. So this is open to all performance for $1,000. It is the rock of the ages. It's pretty much to see if these old brooms can sweep these new brooms. And if you can't, we will be able to tell. And the way we're gonna be able to tell is each of the ages is gonna be broken down by colors. And I got questions about, does hair have to be included? And I did say hair and shoes count. So you hear me on the live saying, I want head to toe of the color. Now, in that reference of what do you mean? Your hair could be black, but I at least need to see that color in your hair, or it could be a ski mask. You can come concealed, however, but it's head to toe instead of it being hair included, shoes included. The shoes must be the color. But when it comes to the hair, I do understand that some people don't want to change their hair. I do have some of the female figures walking, and they do have to live everyday lives. So I do not want to interject with any of that. So I am going to exclude from hair, long as the look is from head to toe. So I will go through the colors. They are posted through the banner. You'll be able to see it, but I'm going to give it to you more in detail. So, if you are a open to all performance girl and you're not a legend and you're in the age ranges of 16 to 20, your look must be red and white from head to toe. Okay? Shoes count. If you are in the age range of 21 to 25, your color is purple and yellow from head to toe. Shoes count. If you're in the age range of 26 to 30, your color is blue and orange from head to toe, shoes count. And if you're 30 and up and you're not a legend, your color is rainbow, and black and white is included in your colors of the rainbow. So you'll be able to jazz it up if we want to see the rainbow colors. And we're looking for the soft and cuts, dramatics, drags, femme queens, women's, and GNCs, and you will all battle down to as one of you all to one cash for $1,000. That is for six trophies. I'm sorry. So once again, head to toe. Okay. I hope I cleared it up for some of y'all, and I hope I made that better for some of you. All right, realness with the twist. Like I said, when I wrote these categories, I thought of the era when I came in and what I liked and what it really made sense to me. So, for Rooms with a Twist, you must get your tens for your respective categories. So, if you walk schoolboy, you walk pretty boy, thug, whatever, you must be in that line to get your tens. You don't have to win, but you must get your tens in order to enter into the battle zone for Realness with the Twist for $500. That is for one trophy, and you must get your tens for your realness. After you get your real tens for your realness, you will come back out. We're representing Rocky Balboa, Philadelphia, the famous boxer. But tonight, I don't want you to come in boxing shorts. So I want you to come tonight representing a boxer, but I want you to bring it old school in a skirt and a cunty wig. Okay. Back in the day, the legendary God rest his soul, my brother Boogie, Revlon, Father Machiavelli, Bubby, um, uh, John Meek, all of them did not mind putting on one of them little colorful bobs and got out there and got busy with a skirt on after they got their tens for realness. So that's what I want to see. That's what I want everybody to embody. At least let's really see what realness with the twist is. You're real, and you can also come out and cut up and be feminine for $500. Yeah. Legendary performance. I know the category seems a little, girl, what the hell she's talking about? But yeah, we're paying homage to the first show, first musical on Broadway. It was called Annie Get Your Gun, but I said, girl, bump all that. I want to see Orphan Annie. So tonight, your look must be an Orphan Annie look. If you don't know the iconic Orphan Annie look, it was like a red dress, curly hair, or but she had other looks. You can come in her orphan look if you like. But either way, you must come in an Orphan Annie look. But here's the twist. When getting your tens, you must pay attention to your opponent. So the person that's coming out before you, you must pay attention to your opponent. Because after that, you must remix their tens. Okay? It's very anything you can do, I can do better. Okay? Now, I'm not asking you to come out and just do everything that person did, but highlight certain things, or you saw that the crowd went up for and you remix it. You know, if Miss Mama did a 360, then bitch, you do a 360 the backwards way, or you do something different, or like just take certain highlight key moments that they're doing in their performance and just remix it. I know a lot of people are scared of a couple legends that come out that's very technical, but baby, I'm not asking you to be them. Just take it and remix it to get your tens. I will speak very direct with the judges and break this category down to them and understand that it's not that they have to do the exact same thing, but it's just to just remix it, okay? I just want the legends to come out and have fun and everybody to be judged equally and fair. Okay? Okay. The next category is open to all legendary realness. It's for $350. It's for two trophies. It's male figures versus the female figures. So for the male figures, pretty much just come in your like you about to take a night on the town. Your very New Jack City swag, very clean done. The legendary Andre is very clean when he throw on a suit or he just put on like a button up in a tie. You know, you're just going out for a night on the town with your guys. And then when it comes to the female figures, it is Set It Off, my favorite movie, Bank Robber. And I want you all to take the iconic scene where they came in the blue jumpsuits and the plastic ski mask. Okay, you're able to bring your plastic gun. It must be checked at the front with security when you come in. I don't want no surprises. I don't need no BB guns. I don't need no extra, none of that. If you bring in that, it will be confiscated. You will not be able to bring it in. But in the category, it says that your gun is your realness. So you are able to bring your toy gun, but do know that it will be searched. If it's any other kind of gun than a regular toy gun, you probably won't be walking tonight, or you better make a paper gun because I don't need no kind of BB guns or nothing of that sort. So, female figures, again, you are to come in the iconic blue jumpsuit and the plastic face mask. Halloween Spirit is open, and I've been seeing them in there. They $2.99. Go get your mask, girls. Cleo it, Frankie, Stony, TT it out for me, please. Beat these, what you do, get your 350. But come on out. Legendary, open to all legendary realness. Okay. The next category is open to all best dress for $500. This is for two trophies, male figures versus female figures. Um, Listen carefully to the details of open to all best dress because I don't want you to get confused when we get to labels, okay? The wording, okay? The wording. So the wording is vintage, vintage, vintage. Girl, let us see it. I want to see a look from the ages. So some of you best dressed girls, old girls, new girls, you probably got some vintage pieces in your closet, or you probably got some vintage pieces that you can probably go order and get. You can probably go to the consignment shop and grab vintage pieces. Grab those vintage pieces and put a look together. Okay? It must be vintage, nothing current. Um, don't come out in the new Rick Owen boots that's laced all the way up to your leg. We already seen that's wore out. Like vintage, open to all bed. I know that was kind of like a sneaker, but bitch bad. Um, but open to all best dress, vintage, vintage, vintage. Okay, and it's for $500. Sneaker versus sneaker. I had some questions about this. So tonight you must bring forth a best vintage or your best current sneaker. And you have the option either to sell us the sneaker from the 1980s, so that's the 1980s to 1989, and from the 2020s, that's from 2020 to 2025, that's current now. Okay, so once again, the sneaker is from 1980s to 1989 and 2020 to 2025. Any of those sneakers, they must be authentic in a creative sneaker box labeled with the year it was released. So when I say that, I want the sneaker box to be creative, like it could be a plexiglass with lights in it, and it has a plate with the year it was released. Or you can get real creative with a box and turn it into a I don't know, basketball court, or do whatever, just as long as it's in a creative shoebox and you're able to ready to sell it. You don't have to come in no certain kind of look, anything like that. Your sneakers is what's selling it for $300 dollars. I ain't getting no questions, so I think this is very self-explanatory. I tried to make this very simplistic for y'all. Thank y'all so much. All right, so this is labels one trophy. This is where I said pay very close attention to the wording. Here we go. Bring us something fabulous out of your closet. So this meaning that you have labels that are already in your closet, just collecting dust. You already have labels in your closet that are collecting dust. That it must be vintage pieces that are not from the 2000s. So anything from the 2000s and up, you cannot use. Okay? So these are pieces that are in your closet. Maybe the girls in ballroom have already seen it. You want to bring her out again because she was one of your grand prize pieces. You can bring her out again. Okay? But it must be in your closet. Please know your labels. Yeah. All right. So let me pull this up because this is one of my let's bring her back. So the next category is open to all face for $500. That is five trophies. Da, 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 da. So it's male figure versus female figure versus women's versus drags versus femme queens versus GNC. And it's pretty much the clash of the god and goddesses, very mythological. We're going to take a trip back down to the Greek mythological time. There was a ball that I was at, and I wasn't impressed on the panel with how the people brought the gods and goddesses. So I titled it "Let's Do This Again." Okay. So for the male figures, any male figures, trans men included, is Cupid. Come with his bow and arrow. He is the god of love. Um, please make sure you have your bow and arrow. Okay, because yeah, please have your bow and arrow. The drags come as Medusa. You can either come with the Medusa wig snake headpiece, or you can have your wig, your hair, or whatever in a snakish creative way. But you're representing Medusa. For face, drag's face. Hold on, let me get back. He's moving away. And if you also need it, it's also going in the bottom of the live as well. Femme Queens is Aphrodite. Bring us a creative mirror. Um, get you a mirror, add stones, make her as creative as ever, long as she's representing the goddess of beauty. And for women, you are Athena. You are the god of reasoning, so make sure you have a gavel. Da-dum-dum, Queen's Court gavel. You're a gavel. And for GNCs, you're able to pick any of the gods or goddesses that were listed above. Just make sure that you have the proper props that's aligned with those gods and goddesses that were listed above. And that category is for $500 for 5 trophies. Open to all legendary face, $4,000. Um, some of you know I play with gender bending. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. It's an art form, and so I want to see if the face divas and divos can embody that tonight. The male figures are to bring it in a skirt bottom. uh, your top can be, suit, very like the legendary pioneer Hector Extravaganza when he came in the tuxedo suit with the skirt at the bottom. You could take it very, like I said, exotic Mugler's approach. Shout out to him. But the bottom must be a skirt. And for my female figures, I want to see you in a fitted suit, selling face, done to the gods. Both of you, male figures and female figures, be done to the gods. You are legends for this category, so it should be no reasoning or no explaining what you need to do. It's just simple: a skirt and female figures in a fitted suit. All right, here we go to the nitty and the gritty. Open to all legendary. Oh no, sorry. Open to all runway, $1,000. Steampunk fashion. Had a couple questions about steampunk fashion. Um, it is a era that was very. I wouldn't say that much dark, but very playful and very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Thinking of like the crow hats and the crow beak mask with the clocks and things. Vampire approach. Countess and lords, and there was a lot, some harlots too. If some people don't know what harlots are, just research it. Um, come in steampunk fashion. I do want you to come $1,000 worthy, and I also want you to have $1,000 walk. Okay, with these looks, it's very fashionable, so it's able to allow you to be very open, and your walk should be crisp into the T. So steampunk fashion is very easy. You can put it in on Google, type it in steampunk fashion. A lot of photos will come up with references, and really have fun with it and get creative. But do keep in mind it's for $1,000. I want the looks to be $1,000 worthy, and I want the walks to be $1,000 worthy too. I'm so pleased with the new runway girls that's coming out. The walks is eating it, looks is eating it. So I know you're not gonna do me no disservice. So please come out and have a good time. Okay, and that's for 8 trophies. Now to the Grand Poobah, Margaret. Okay. Open to all legendary runway. Let me have me a sip. I'm getting a little thirsty. Mm. Shout out to Sir Davis. All right. So open to all. And this is grand prize too. And still debating on if I want to have this at a certain call time. Um, that's still in the air, but I have to November 1st to make that decision. But open to all legendary runway is for $2,500. It is for two trophies and but only one cash. Okay. So for my male figures, this category is some of the things I never was able to do, or if I did it, I probably didn't realize I was doing it. I was never able to embody a cowboy. I was never able to embody an Indian, so I'm going to allow my peers to do it tonight. So, male figures, I want you to come as the Indian chiefs with a over the top Indian headdress in your best Indian looks. And for my female figures, I want you to come as the cowboys, cowgirls. I ain't shady now, but cowboys in a creative sash. Please make sure you're wearing heels. There are cowboy boots with heels. I have a pair. So I don't want no excuses. This ball's been out for 11 months now. I've been on everybody ass about it. I've been in just about every Legends face about it. So just been giving you ample time to start building and getting your stuff together. Everybody know how dear this category is to me. If this was not my ball, you know I'd definitely be there ready to dust you hoes. But I'm allowing y'all to come out and do y'all biggest. It is for $2,500. Please come out and have a good time. Please come out and have fun. I would love to see all my legendary sisters and brothers just come and just battle and have a great time. Creating this space for you all. They don't really create a lot of space for the legendary girls to actually really get down and do their big ones. So I'm gonna let you do that tonight. Okay? All right. So I'm gonna jump to realness because realness is a lot. Realness is actually for 8 categories, and I didn't put it in a banner because it's very a lot. So, um, open to all realness is broken down. When I was writing this, I wanted to make sure that everybody was able to once again to be highlighted, have a good time, and also get a little change, Miss Thing. Just because your house is winning $5,000, that $5,000 in this economy right now could be going to other things. But while you helping them get that 5,000, you can have you a little couple dollars, in your pocket too. So, open to all room. This is for 8 trophies. The proof is in the picture. Now, I want all pictures to be in an 8 by 10 size in an 8 by 10 frame. Okay. If you see in frame photo, that's what in a frame, but you're going to be doing things with your frames. Okay. So we're going to start with schoolboys. So, schoolboys, bring your baby picture age range 0 to 2 in a creative 8 by 10 picture frame with your name on it. Okay. So you can go get a bunch of pacifiers and glue it around your picture. Well, I'm giving y'all all kind of hints, honey. A whole bunch of pacifiers and glue it around your picture frame, and then put your name on a plate or however you want to do with your baby picture, and you come up. But don't forget to have your book bag. Um, Let me take that back. Also in the category, it says the look is on you. Remember to stay true to your category. Okay. Even though you're bringing these photos, once again, I will read that again. And it's also here in the category. It says, the look is on you. Remember to stay true to your category. So, with that being said, if you're a schoolboy, make sure you have your book bag or whatever school necessities you need to still be able to sell that you are a schoolboy or pretty boy or whatever these categories that I'm going over exemplify for you. So, don't with your picture, also have your book bag or whatever else you need to represent you as a schoolboy. This live will be up. You will be able to keep it as a reference. Okay. Pretty boys. And all of the rudeness categories are for $200. So, pretty boy, bring your ugly opponent's photo. So, find a photo of your ugly opponent and put it in an 8 by 10 photo, or you can have it burn book style. So you can make a burn book, or your frame photo can be dressed in a burn book style. Okay. And also put their name on the photo. So if I'm a pretty boy and I don't like John Doe, I'm gonna put it in a creative frame. John Doe's name is gonna be on it, but it's in a Mean Girl created style frame photo. If you haven't seen Mean Girls, Lindsay Lohan, Mean Girl, you got time to look at it. Love you there. Thug Realness. You are to bring a photo including your baby mama. That could be your real baby mama, or that could be your ballroom baby mama. And don't forget them badass kids. So you can go do a family photo. It could be a Christmas photo, but as long as you got your badass kids and your baby mama, your real baby mama, or your ballroom baby mama in the photo, 8x10 photo, bring that. You a thug. You ain't got to get creative. Just put it in the frame, but still also make sure you stand true to your category with your look. Okay. Executive realness. Tonight you have been caught by the feds, and we want to see that beautiful mug shot in an 8x10 frame photo. Don't forget you're still executive, so you still must be in your suit and bring your briefcase. Simplistic. Female figures. I had a lot of questions about this, and it's going to go back to this. The look is on you. Remember to stay true to your category. Femme queen realness. Glamour shot. Back in the day, glamour shot photos was in the trend. So in an 8x10 frame photo, bring us your glamour shot photo. Um, you can take a trip down memory lane when you probably walked in your mama or grandma house and you saw her with that background that was real red and it fade off the black, and she had that red lip and she had that big old hair and she was selling it with a little fur right here. That's a glamour shot. Or when she had the blue and then she had like the fur right and she was just selling it like this, or giving you something like a little senior glamour shot photo. Y'all mamas had one. Glamour shot. If not, look it up. Okay. Drags. Tonight, bring us your boy picture. Make us a believer in an 8x10 photo. In your 8x10 frame photo. Um, show us your other you. So show us your butch queen. Simple as that. And also for trans men, you are to you're now on a sports team, and we want to know what sports team you landed on. So you're gonna take your sports photo picture. So if you was on a wrestling team, take your picture in a wrestling uniform. Baseball team in your baseball uniform, you're gonna also come in that uniform with your photo. Okay, in a frame. They got a frames for $1 at Dollar Tree. Well, 125 now. She ain't Dollar Tree no more. Everyday realness, you employee of the month. Come with an 8x10 photo with your uniform. So if you work for Amazon, come in your Amazon look, but you also employee of the month for Amazon. With what month you employee of the month? So you employee of the month of December 2004. Come on out. Okay. And all of those are for $200. And there's no legends. And also, if you read the categories, there are no phone pictures because they should be 8x10 photos, or they could be bigger. Do your thing. It could be bigger, but long as it's 8x10 and bigger, I don't mind. And we will not be having anyone bringing up your photos, your walk-in realness. But if it becomes to where you may have a photo that's over 8x10, I will allow probably one of your house members to bring the photo up, but that's it. We're not allowing that house member to stand up there. We're not crowding the runway. We're not doing all that extra. Okay. I worked with you a little bit. Hold on, I think I had a comment. Let me see. Oh, that's my son. Hey, son. All right, we got a few more categories and we're gonna wrap this up. Dun, 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 dun. The next category is for $500. It is for four trophies. It is male figure, female figure, women's, and legends. And This is open to all sex siren. So one of my favorite songs is I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt, blah blah blah. So tonight we're gonna represent that. So tonight you're too sexy for your shirt, you're too sexy for your pants. You're getting your tens fully clothed. By the time you got your tens, you should at least by be undressed. Something should be came off. But if it take you that long to get your tens, you should be down to your undergarments to sell your sex. You should be sexy with clothes on, and then you can peel them off. Sell your sex appeal that way. Simplistic. $500. That's easy peasy, honey. All right, Butch Queen up in pumps. Haven't seen this category in a while. Only person I've seen do it, and I really enjoy seeing them do it is the new legend Kamar Levin. So pretty much she's representing the flappers. If you don't know what a flapper is, you know it's a dancer back in the day. They used to do the Charleston. If you don't know what the Charleston is, it's a lot of time for you to do research. So come in a flapper dress and heels higher than 4 inches. Please don't come out there no kitten heels. You it's Butch Queen up in pumps. The ideal is up in pumps. So the heel should be higher than 4 inches and come out and flap your stuff and do your biggest. They just recently had fag out. These are old categories that are being brought back that I think that should be highlighted that help build and shape ballroom, even if it was done just for a moment of intermission. But this is a category that should be highlighted. So do some research on it, come out correctly, have your fun, do your big ones. But this is a real fun category for a butch queen that love to play in pumps. And it's one trophy. The next category is new way versus old way. This is a category that was added. It's for $200. $250. I'm sorry. It's simple. The old way had to let me make sure because the banner ain't working for me. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, so old way you have to come in all black, and then new way you have to come in all white ninja looks. Um, I know some people has been like reaching out and was like, "Well, can I have the silver stripes or gold stripes and nothing like that?" No, I wanted all black ninja, all white ninja. The whole concept of it is for you to be concealed, inconspicuous. You don't know when you don't see no ninja when they pop out if it's in the night or day. So. Shoes must be included. So if you in all black, must be all black shoes. If you're in all white shoes, that's for $250. Old way versus new way. Oh yeah, we almost there, y'all. So the last category of the night is the house with the best dress codes. And this category was designated to any houses that purchase tables. And once again, I would like to thank everyone that purchased house tables for me. This is my very first house ball, and for you all to entrust me and and entrust my integrity that I make sure that with your funds that you're giving to me that you're going to have the great tables and a great time. Thank you once again. But you also participated in something else that I wanted to also make sure that you also got back, which is for $1,000, which is the house with the best dress code. Um, it's an easy concept. It's just simplistic. Simply, I keep saying simplistic, bitch. Get on my nerves. It's just simply send out 7 to 10 house members. You're gonna pick an era from the 1920s to the 1920s to the 2020s, and your house members are to come in that dress code. So the houses are the House of Babylon picked the 1990s. Let's see what they do. The House of Gorgeous Gucci's picked the 1920s. The House of Lavin picked the 1930s. The House of West picked the 1940s. The House of Tishi picked the 1960s. The House of Khan picked the 1970s. The House of Demir Versailles picked the 1980s. The House of Nino Ricci picked the 1990s. The House of Ebony picked the 2000s. The House of Balenciaga picked 2010, and the House of Martine Rose picked the 2020 era. So it's gonna be so many eras of different fashions gonna be going on. I want everybody just to have fun. I said, please make this fun. And it's $4,000. And I can go ahead and let you all know that it's going to be the first category of the night. So it won't interrupt any other categories. So if members have to go change and walk any other categories, they will have time to be able to go do that. But it will be the first category of the night. So just run down a few more things. The ball is $40 cash all night. The doors will be open at 3 p.m. sharp. LSS will start at 3 p.m. I mean 3:30 p.m. Judges, your calls will be at 4 p.m. If you anytime after 4 p.m., you will be paying regular admission to get in. I have to start my ball on time. I have to set a standard, and that's just simply as that. I did have a list of rules that I set out that I won't wish that everyone would abide by. Just everyone, please keep your drama at home. Save it for another day. If it's a bitch that's in your state, meet her in your state. Don't come to another state because the same rules and laws and stuff don't apply in other states. And just don't ruin other people's moments and night and time. You're not the only one that traveled. You're not the only one that probably live in that state and have the luxury of probably whatever it is that is. Just come and have a good time. Um and do your big ones. Also, the Vogue Nights is the night before. It's that Friday, November 14th. Also in Newark, New Jersey. The address for that is 415 Halsey Street. That is 415 Halsey Street, Newark, New Jersey. Club Allura. Admission is $15 all night. I do have sections available for 150. They come with light refreshments. It is a bar. All the categories is cash that has been listed. There is an event page. Please make sure you go and view that. It is jeans and a t-shirt. Pick your poison is open to Kiki and main scene. Pretty much if you're representing your Kiki house, write it on the back of your shirt. If you're representing your main house, write it on the back of your shirt. The main ball is no, oh my god, girl, I'm just ready for me to get off here. November 15th. Um, and that address is 37 Fulton Street, Newark, New Jersey. Also for hotels and all of those things, areas that are near. It is downtown Newark. You can actually take the PATH train. It is actually a 3-minute walk to the venue. Or if you're looking for a hotel, look at the Newark Airport area, Rahway, Elizabeth, or Jersey City, or Newark itself. Um, what else? I think that's pretty much it. If y'all don't have any questions, my inbox is open. Once again, I do thank all the houses once again for definitely purchasing a table. That lets me know that y'all gonna come and have a good time and do your big ones. And I love y'all. Howdy.